start with Genesis chapter 22. This is an incredible passage for Abraham, for Isaac, for God, and for us. Now, we've been talking a lot about kingship. God says he would be king forever. Forever, right? Now, of course, we know that forever only means from this point forward, right? Right? From now forward. That's eternity, forever. It's that way. Right? Not quite is right. Forever is infinity that way. And infinity that way. Like the scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. It's both directions, which means that even in the very, very beginning, in the Genesis chapter 1 sections, God is king. We say it, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimalach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. The Lord was king, the Lord is king, he was king, and he will be king. He always was king, which means he was king then, he's king right now, and he will be king in the future too. So who's king when Abraham is tested on the mountain? God is king. God is king. That's always the answer, by the way. You know, when you're in Sunday school, the answer is always Jesus. Right now, God is king. God is king. Who were God's subjects then? Well, you can't say that. You can't say all of them. Because there were some who were not, okay? And that includes a whole bunch of people who were living at the time of Noah. Okay? So that's not it. God, I submit to you for consideration, was making absolutely, positively sure that Abraham was. How do you know if somebody is your subject? If you're king or you're queen, how do you know if somebody is your subject? It has to do with, yes, loyalty. It has to do with loyalty. God's test of Abraham, we look at it as a test of faith. And yes, it's a test of faith, you know. But again, I suggest to you that for our discussion purposes here today, that was not just a test of faith. It was a test of loyalty. Who do you trust? I am king. And yes, I have made a promise through you. I absolutely made a promise for you. When did God make the promise through him? In Genesis chapter 12. This is 10 chapters earlier when he says, I will make you a great nation. Now that could have gone to his head. It absolutely could have gone to his head. Yeah, a lot. Get a load of this. God says you make me a great nation, not you. That could have gone to his head. And God needed to know that Abraham was submitted, that he was a subject, which is an interesting word. A subject is somebody who subjects themselves to you. And so in this case, Abraham showed himself absolutely, positively, 100% loyal. He had already proven his faith. How do we know that? Because in Genesis chapter 15 and verse 6, he showed the faith in the belief in a promise that had not yet come to pass. He believed the Lord, and it was credited to him as righteousness. So the faith test he had already passed. It's the loyalty test now. Will you trust me no matter what? Now, this idea of kingship, again,